That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? God, I hate saying it, but we are actually near the end of 2024. It's now November. It's now mid-November.
Mm-hmm.
We're almost at 2025, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's insane. Now, every once in a while, I'll come across what I think is an interesting article on one of the outlets, and I'll want to talk about it. And this morning I came across, when I got up this morning and I was on the treadmill, I came across this article on Screen Rant on 10 movies releasing in 2025 that could make $1 billion at the box office. I thought that's interesting. We are almost there, right? We are almost at 2025. What are going to be the biggest movies? And they have some interesting picks. Some that I don't think have a chance, some that I think absolutely will, some that are possibilities, and they also left some off the list. So I thought it would be fun here a little bit for us to go through the list from this nice article they did over at Screen Rant and kind of mention what we think about what they think are the movies that have a chance to be $1 billion film. All right? All right, let's get into it here. They're going to start off on their list. I don't know why I've got this little X on my screen. The first film they're going to mention is the Minecraft movie. All right. I understand that Minecraft is a massively popular brand. Has been for a long time. But is anybody interested in seeing Minecraft?
I don't know. I mean, I've talked to Gen Z Minecraft players, and they're like, this kind of feels like a little desperate-y. I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
I'm gonna hold my judgment. I need one more trailer. The first trailer was bad, obviously.
You know,
but I'm not gonna.
They need one more trailer.
I'm not
The
gonna.
first one was bad.
I'm not gonna doubt a property like this. I just seen the waves, and that's just my personal belief. I know it could be ludicrous, but I'm not gonna doubt if this movie. I won't be surprised if this movie makes $1 billion. Put it that way.
I'll be honest with you. I will be shocked.
I would be shocked too.
No. Hold. Let me finish. I will be shocked if it makes 400 million. Honestly, I not only do I think is $1 billion off the table, I don't even think it should be discussed.
Yeah, not even half. Not even half.
Like, and how many times have we seen this where a
Right.
movie is coming out based on a really popular IP, but that does not equate $1 billion at the box office necessarily. Well, we've already had a Dragon Ball movie.
All right.
Sonic hasn't come anywhere near $1 billion.
No.
You know, stuff like that. It just happens. But, and this trailer is awful. I give this one zero chance. Zero chance. Now listen, maybe when I see the movie, I'll come out and sing a different song and go, you know what? This is the greatest motion picture of all time. Maybe I will. But for now, I'm going to say Minecraft has no chance. All right, so that's the first movie they got up there. The next movie they mentioned as a possibility is How to Train Your Dragon. Now this, with the live action one that is still coming, this is an interesting one. Because while none of the How to Train Your Dragon movies ever made $1 billion, they made a lot. The first How to Train Your Dragon made almost about $500 million. The second one surpassed that and made over $600 million, $621 million. The third one, for whatever reason, the third one was great. It didn't do quite as well, but still made over $500 million, $521 million. And the reputation of the How to Train Your Dragon movies have really endured and endured well. People like these movies. We remember them fondly. And so while I don't necessarily think a live action film has a strong chance at $1 billion, I'll say 10%. 10%. And you guys got strong feelings on whether this could be $1 billion contender?
And it's a live action, right?
Yep.
You know what?
You're reaching for the same audiences, I feel. Now the live action may draw some new ones, but I think at best 7 to 750.
Okay. Yeah, that's
which
good.
is huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go on to the next movie that they list as a possibility for the $1 billion club. Michael. We've been talking about this movie a little bit lately. You know, at first of all, I'm still shocked at this movie's even being made. But man, when they showed us the preview for this at CinemaCon, my mind about this movie changed. I went from, I don't know, the controversy, a whole bunch of people aren't going to be happy and blah, blah, blah. And then when I saw the previews they showed us, and guys, wait till you see what they showed us at CinemaCon in April. I changed my mind. I'm going to say 95%. I will be surprised. I'm not guaranteeing it'll be, but I'm going to say this right now. I will be surprised if this is not a $1 billion film. John, when's the last time a musical biopic has been a $1 billion film? Well, that's a good question, but I think this will be it.
Yeah, the world is going to come out to see
I
it.
think the world is going to go see a Michael Jackson
Just
biopic.
don't think domestically. We're talking about his impact on
Globally.
the world. I mean, despite what happened behind closed doors, we're not going to get into that. It's just the amount he drew those fans, and just reliving his songs and stuff will get some people in the theater.
I mean, yeah, and at first I was like, I don't know, a biopic, but Bohemian Rhapsody made almost 9/11.
Yeah. Bohemian Rhapsody got real damn close.
So
And
yeah,
it helps that he looks exactly like Michael.
Oh
It's
my
like,
God, guys, wait until you see. It is uncanny when you see Michael Jackson's nephew who's playing the role of Michael Jackson. I mean, you know me. It is not the important thing that you make them look like him. That's not the important thing. But it is shocking how much he looks like his uncle and how much he sounds like his uncle. Like it's pretty weird, man. But anyway, I really do think this will be a $1 billion film. Now, of course, if we find out the movie sucks, we could change our minds on this later. But for now, I'm gonna say this one has a real strong chance. Real strong chance
Really strong.
at being a $1 billion film. All right, let's go on to the next one. The next one they've got listed here is Fantastic Four: First Steps.
bum bum bum.
By the way, I love that music score. That Michael Giacchino music score
Yeah.
they played for us at the Marvel event.
Yeah, it's top notch.
I thought it was really good. I could almost see the movie in my head
I know.
happening.
Aside from like maybe the Avengers theme, this is like right up there for me.
It was really, really good. We'll see how it plays in the movie.
Yeah.
Now, I know there's a lot of people who are saying this is going to be a $1 billion film. I don't think it will be. I think it'll be good, but it's got several things working against it, right? First of all, for an MCU audience, it's a brand new property. Secondly, and more importantly, there have been a lot of bad Fantastic Four movies, right? Like, been a lot of bad Fantastic Four movies. I still think for the average moviegoer who are not comic book nerds, and that's 90% of the audience, I think for the average moviegoer, they're going to hear Fantastic Four and go, oh, didn't those suck? Now, it's still going to be big, but I just think it's just too much of an uphill climb for it to hit $1 billion. Not impossible. I'll give it a 20% chance of hitting $1 billion, but yeah, I'm gonna guess on the. I'm just guessing on the no. I think it'll be big. It has a chance.
Yeah.
But my guess would be no.
If-
Either one of you guys think it'll hit $1 billion?
If we were peak MCU, I'd say this has a real good chance.
Yeah, if we were around Civil War time right
yeah.
now.
But
And you know, someone in the chat said, "Well, Fantastic Four are C tier characters. So was Iron Man."
So were Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, so that doesn't matter.
I if this is gonna make it $1 billion, it's got to be the new kids, the next generation who not familiar with the older movies, the ones that are wanting to learn about these characters. That's what's gonna push it over $1 billion because we've gone through the pain.
We've
the previous.
gone through the pain.
But even with me, I'm still gonna watch this because I want a good Fantastic
Well,
Four.
and,
And-
you're right. It's going to take both, right? It's going to take the loyal, long-time, hardcore fans of Fantastic Four, but it ain't going to get there on that. It's got to get in that new audience, the ones who
Yeah.
haven't seen
Right.
the Fantastic Four before, who didn't grow up with them. And can they win them over?
I hope visually they take cues from what do you call it, Doctor Strange, where it's just
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? They push the envelope.
But and I hate saying this.
Say it, John.
You know what would really increase its chances of being a $1 billion film?
Oh no, what are you gonna say?
I hate saying this.
Put Wolverine in it.
Well, that, but not far off. A shot of Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. By the way, he's probably not even in the movie at all.
Right. We don't even know if he's from their world.
Yeah, we don't
Universe.
know anything about that. All I'm saying is, like, let's say if Robert Downey Jr. was in this movie as Victor Von Doom, even in a post-credit scene, if they even just had a quick shot of him in a trailer.
Mhm.
I'm not saying they should, like I said, I hate even saying it, but is it not a fact that if that did happen, it would rapidly increase its possibilities of being
We're
a billion-dollar
going through
film?
the No Way Home sort of aspects.
Yeah,
We
it definitely
went through
echoes that.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly what we were debating when No Way Home was coming out. Should they have shown Andrew?
Right, but this is a new movie. This is a
Right,
brand new property. This is brand new characters for the MCU. I'm not saying they should do it. I'm just saying, do we not all agree that if there was a quick shot of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom in it, that it would probably increase its chances of being a
It's
billion
going to
dollar
be
film?
a quick shot of Doctor Doom with Scarlet Witch standing next to him.
There's going to be a Doctor Doom
And Wolverine.
There's
Yes.
going to be a Doctor Doom kicker somewhere at the end. I firmly believe that. But part of the reason why I want to go see this is to see if there's going to be any reference or some sort of
But for the majority of the movie,
for the majority of the
audience,
moviegoers,
right? I'm
it
saying
will
so,
probably
and
help.
For the
yeah.
record, I don't think they will. I'm not even sure he's going to be in the movie at all. But for the record, I don't think they will. I'm just saying it would increase the chance. So I'll lean no on Fantastic Four.
I'm
but
going
we'll
to say
see.
yes.
All right, you're going to say yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say yes on
All right.
Fantastic Four.
The next movie they list. This is an interesting one. Lilo and Stitch, the live action.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when that D23 event was happening, and they brought up, here's the render of what Stitch is going to look like. And we've all seen the images now, right?
Right.
I think they might have included
Yeah, they had
it
like
here.
a poster.
I have one here.
There he is.
Man, what a character.
I got it. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm excited for this. I really am. You know what? Just 2 months ago, maybe 3, I showed Anne. Anne had never seen Lilo and Stitch.
I have never seen it.
And sometimes around the house, I joke, I say Anne and Stitch, because Lilo kind of reminded me very much of Anne and her attitude and stuff like that. So I showed this movie to Anne for the first time a few months ago, and she absolutely loved it. And I fell in love with the movie again. It's such a charming, wonderful film. And you know what? I fully admit, when they first announced this, I thought, really? A live action Lilo and Stitch? That's what we're doing? I mean, I like Lilo and Stitch, but that seems, you know what? I think I've come around on it. I think this movie is going to be huge. But will it be $1 billion?
I got it close. I got it real close.
I got to say 50-50. I'm going to say coin toss. So yeah, close. I think it's a coin toss. I think it's going to be a very, very big film. I think there's a lot of people who have a lot of nostalgia, and I think it's going to look very appealing to kids who never saw the original.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's got a lot of stuff going for it. So I'm going to say 50-50 that this thing hits $1 billion.
They need to do some like very good marketing, like the
Yes.
kind of marketing where he's inserted into stuff and kind of
You know
so
what's
it's
gonna
just
make or
in
break
the
it?
psyche.
You know what's going to make or break it? It ain't going to be what Stitch looks like, because we know Stitch will go over well. What kid do they cast to play Lilo? You got to nail Lilo.
Yeah.
You got to find a kid that's got that attitude and that energy and that bratty kind of, but charming and unbelievable, almost Dennis the Menace kind of energy.
Yeah,
If they can get a kid that can pull that off,
Paul Walter Hauser.
Chris Pratt, get Chris Pratt in there.
They'll just de-age him.
I'm saying they've got the girl. They're shooting the movie. People
they
are saying
are?
they've
Yeah,
already
yeah,
got-
yeah.
Of course they have, but in that cast, they have to nail that casting, and we have not seen frame 1 of it yet. Because if this kid, and I hate putting pressure on kids, but without the kid in the room, we can be honest as adults. If the kid they got doesn't do it, it's going to be hard for the movie to work. But if they do, and she's adorable and can bring that energy,
Oh, here's a picture of her. Oh, hang on.
got her in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just bring it up for my IMDb.
If they can do that, then that'll go a long way. So yeah, I'm going to go. Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
damn, there you go.
Oh my God, she looks adorable.
I don't
Yeah.
know if there's. Yeah, there you go.
He's gonna do fine.
Now, if she can bring that energy and that attitude,
Disney and live
this
action.
could be really fun.
They've done pretty well. May not all of them have made $1 billion, but I think they've done pretty well. So 50-50.
Some of them have. Some
Yeah,
of them have,
50-50 is really good on this one, especially because how long is since the animated movie?
2002. So it's been 22 years.
So it's like,
Yeah, it's been a
people
long
who
time,
loved
man.
it will come.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It didn't do great in theaters, but that's a long time for people to have seen it at home and then fall in love with it. So keep that in mind too.
All right. Let's move on to the next one here. Wicked Part 2. Listen, I'm not 100% sure that the first Wicked will make $1 billion. I think it's got a shot. I think this one coming out here real soon has a shot at $1 billion. People have been sleeping on this. At the very minimum, it's going to be huge. I remember for the last year, everybody, no one cares about Wicked, John. No one's going to go see Wicked. Now everybody's starting to realize, oh, this is much bigger than... More people are excited about this than we thought. This is going to be a big movie. Will it be $1 billion? Maybe yes, maybe no, we'll see. But if Wicked 1 is nearly as good as it looks, I'm going to tell you right now, Wicked 2 automatic makes $1 billion. Wicked 2 will make $1 billion. Provided we don't, and listen, we just heard that the Oscar, the Academy voters just did a screening and gave this movie a standing ovation. We're not talking about some film festival audience. We're not talking about some whatever. This is Academy voters just had their screening for this movie. And Academy, this curmudgeon-y, jaded, grumpy, whatever, Academy voters just gave this movie a standing ovation. If this movie is really that good, with the popularity it already has, then the second one, I guarantee is going to make $1 billion. I'll say that right. I'll say 100% that Wicked 2 makes $1 billion.
And this will bring a conclusion to the movies, right?
Yeah.
This is, I'm down with saying yes.
Yeah. Now again, if we go to see Wicked and we think it sucks, that changes our forecast for Wicked 2.
Or even if it doesn't suck, but only does 500 mil.
Yeah.
It's not enough time for...
But yeah, right now I'm going to say Wicked 2 absolutely makes $1 billion. Absolutely it does. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, The Perfect Jean. So the colder season is here, and guess what? I am living in the perfect jean. These jeans are super stretchy, soft, and totally trick people into thinking I've got my life together. And I'm telling you this because I actually love them. These are absolutely, no questions asked, my favorite jeans that I have ever owned. And yes, the folks over at The Perfect Jean are paying me to say that, but it's still absolutely true. These are my favorite jeans ever. These jeans have enough stretch to accommodate Thanksgiving dinner and are comfy enough to wear all day watching Sunday football. Plus, even though they feel like sweatpants, they look good enough to be your go-to pants for date night. And listen, the Perfect Jean isn't even just pants. They've revolutionized t-shirts as well. The Perfect Tee has just enough stretch to hide that beer belly while accentuating your arms and chest for that flawless look. My guys, it's finally time to stop crushing your balls in uncomfortable jeans by going to theperfectjean.nyc. Our listeners get 15% off your first order, plus free shipping, free returns, and free exchanges when you use the code CAMPEA at checkout. That's 15% off for new customers at theperfectjean.nyc with the promo code CAMPEA. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support the John Campea Show and tell them we sent you. F your khakis and get the perfect jean. All right. The next movie up on their list is Snow White. Interesting pick. I'll tell you what, I have liked the previews they've shown. I like the trailer stuff they dropped at D23. I know not everybody's a fan of it. Fair enough. I think it looks quite good, and I'm enthusiastic about seeing it. No chance this movie makes $1 billion.
I don't think so. Not if
no
a little
chance.
Yeah.
Even if it's really good. If it's really good, it can be successful. I mean, 500 million might be on the table. Sure. But $1 billion?
Yeah, and it could even be a bit of a sleeper, like Little Mermaid did have legs. Well, no pun intended.
No, seriously, the Little Mermaid live action thing had ridiculous.
Everyone
legs.
panned that thing, and then it started out slow, and then it had legs.
All of a sudden, it made a shit ton of money.
But it wasn't Lion King. It live action.
Yep.
For the Sun. It wasn't Beauty and the Beast, which made 1.2 billion, and it wasn't Aladdin. And those are three of the big ones of this. The next generation. Snow White, man, that's like one of the original Disney films. So yeah, I just don't know.
I think this thing can be big. I think it, to me it looks good. But you think this is gonna be $1 billion?
I love the little guys, the
dwarves,
the seven dwarves.
they were like my favorite thing in like all of the Disney classics, like all personalities of them. I just have a feeling it's going to be big. Billion.
That's the question. I mean, I think we all agree it can't be big.
Yes. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say
You're
yes.
going to say yes.
I have.
Okay. I don't think he'll get anywhere near it, but that's okay.
He has faith.
Now, hey, listen. How many
if
times,
it's good. If it's good, though.
How many times has it turned out that everybody was wrong and Ray was right? It's
good.
happened a lot.
Or opposite.
Happens more times than you might think.
I mean, just look at all the hot toys he's gotten from bets.
Yeah.
No.
All right. So that's the thing on Snow White. I say no, but there we go. Listen, you never know with these things. The next movie they have on their list, just 3 left. Zootopia 2. Okay. I am one of the people who holds a very unpopular opinion. I think Zootopia is a little overrated.
Ooh.
I think it's good.
Ooh.
I like it. I like Zootopia. But I don't think it's that good. But a lot of people love Zootopia. 100% this movie makes $1 billion. I can't even imagine a reality that this movie does. I mean, if it comes out and it totally sucks, okay, that'll keep it. But I mean, the first one is so beloved.
And it did make a bill the first.
And the first one made $1 billion. It's so beloved and so adored. And so many people are so excited for this. And I'm looking forward to it. I like I said, I like the first one. I just don't think it's as good as everybody else thinks it is. But still, regardless, 100% this movie is anybody out there willing to put money that this movie doesn't make $1 billion? That's like saying you don't think the next Frozen movie will make $1 billion.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards definitely, because $1 billion, it could be like 1.2 billion.
This is a definite, yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And it's a reboot, sort of. Yeah.
No, it's just a sequel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a sequel.
Okay.
I mean,
That's why the movie is called Zootopia 2.
yeah, and I don't, I kind of compared it with Incredibles and Incredibles 2, and Incredibles made like 600 something million, and Incredibles 2 made like 1.2 billion.
Yeah, I'm completely sorry about saying reboot. I was looking at Jonathan's screen, and he has a picture of something else.
Oh,
I was talking
yeah, that's the next one. That's the next one.
Yeah, so just cancel that whole
Porn.
thing.
It was porn. Jonathan keeps porn.
Well, it's
on his screens.
wicked.com. Let's be clear.
It's wicked.com. I was trying to do research.
We have the
Gonna
right
hit
to go to that
wicked.com.
website now.
But yeah, 100% this thing makes $1 billion. As a matter of fact, it is the most lock, except for the final movie they have on this list, which is easily the most lock. Nope, not this one. Sorry, I forgot. There's one more.
There's
after
one
this.
more.
There is one. I'd say Zootopia 2 is the second most guaranteed lock to be $1 billion.
Really?
Yeah.
I
We'll
think-
get to the number one in a second.
I think that's one.
The next movie they have on their list is the next Jurassic World movie, Jurassic Rebirth. Now,
got Blade in
I
this
can
movie?
already hear everybody going, Jurassic's played out. It's not going to make $1 billion. Guys, the last Jurassic movie was not that good. And it still made $1 billion.
Yeah, and it's not Transformers either. Still better than like Transformers 4.
Everybody said when the last Jurassic Park movie came out, everybody was like, I can't remember what the name of it was. What was the name of it? Dominion. Everybody was like, this doesn't look good. This looks stupid. And I agree. Yes. And guess what? That movie still made $1 billion.
The only one I never saw.
And now this new one has got Scarlett Johansson. It's got Blade. Imagine if he was actually playing Blade in it.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
Mahershala Ali fighting vampire dinosaurs.
Oh,
There's your $1 billion film.
There you
do
go.
we have to go there to get a Blade movie?
Is that what we got to do?
Look, I think the Jurassic World and the whole thing, it has a recipe for $1 billion. You got
100% it
action,
does.
adventure. You got that find ways that a dinosaur could sneak up on a huge dinosaur could sneak up on somebody or like mess around with Chris Pratt. All those tense moments. It's just a wild time with Jurassic World. It's a wild time in the theater. Who doesn't like a wild time in the theater?
And listen, I like most of the Jurassic Park movies, even the Jurassic World movies. I've enjoyed. Again, not so much Dominion, but here's the thing: do not underestimate the general movie audience's desire to see giant dinosaurs eat people.
Yeah, destruction, everything.
It brings along several things. The franchise is old enough now that it comes with nostalgia. You've got two great brand new, big stars in it, and it's Jurassic. Look, am I going to guarantee that this movie makes $1 billion? No, I'm not going to say this is 100% billion. All I'm saying is don't be too quick to rule it out, because even when they put out a mediocre one,
Still clear.
it still made $1 billion, right? This is a franchise that's got some magic dust on it. So
I will guarantee it, pussy boy.
you're going to guarantee
This is a
it.
guaranteed billion. I out of this whole list, other than our number one, this is my guaranteed right here.
I will say 65%. 65%. I mean, it's going to be huge. We all know it's going to be huge, but I'm going to say 65% it makes $1 billion. All right. Now we move into what is the absolute guaranteed lock of locks. The last one on their list, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Is there anyone, like I know I already said this about Zootopia too, but come on. Is there anyone that's going to put money on this movie not making $1 billion? Anyone? No, didn't think so. The two Avatar existing films are two of the highest grossing films in history. And listen, I had my doubts going into the second Avatar. That movie was great. The second Avatar was great. I had such a good time. A little long, little too long, but whatever. Never doubt good Canadian kid James Cameron. And this, it's a great title. The art for it that they've already put out is great. There's huge anticipation for it. I mean, to me, the question is not, will Avatar, this is the only film on this list that I'll say this. The question is not, will it make $1 billion? The question is, will it make $2 billion?
I know, right?
That's the only legitimate question.
I still cannot believe the first one almost made $3 billion. 2.9 and change. I'm like, dude.
Wait, how much? 2.9. And then what did the second one make?
2.3.
2.3. Oh, it's on a downward trend.
Two, not one.
This is one of those group you bring.
Yeah, you go with groups of people.
Even when people haven't seen the other avatars, it's we got to watch this next one. Let's just go. Let's go see it. You're gonna like it. This and that. I don't know who hasn't seen any of the avatars, but there's kids, everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So again, like it's such an automatic. That's the thing. The question. It shouldn't even be in this question.
Yeah.
It should be. This is the only one where the question doesn't make $2, because I don't think there's anybody that would doubt that this thing makes $1 billion.
We could start our $1 billion club video right now and just put Avatar there.
Just put Avatar in the list.
Just wait until the rest, and just put together the rest next year.
Now, that's all the ones that they had on screen. And again, kudos to Screen Rant for putting together an interesting article like that. But there were 4 films that I thought were really interesting that they didn't even have on the list. Especially since they put Minecraft on it, which I don't think has any chance in the world of making $1 billion.
That was purely on IP popularity.
Yeah, I get that. But there are 4 interesting films that I thought was interesting that they left off. Not that I think they necessarily will make $1 billion, but it's interesting that they weren't part of their conversation. One of them coming up here real soon, Captain America, Brave New World.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, I don't think it'll be $1 billion film.
I got it at 6.
You got around 6? I'm going to say around 7. But I think the trailers have been quite good. I don't care. I think seeing frickin' Harrison Ford, Red Hulk, I think looks great. And then whatever they're going to actually have in the movie to try to fight him is going to be interesting. So, but again, I don't think Captain America 4 will be $1 billion film, but I think it's interesting that it wasn't even in the conversation. So I think it should be in the conversation, because I do think it's going to easily make over $500 million. Then we'll see how high it can go. I thought that's one of the movies that should be in the discussion. Also, staying on that, coming out right after that in the MCU is Thunderbolts. Do I think Thunderbolts will be $1 billion film? I don't. But man, those trailers look so good. And the recent one they just released out of Brazil, that 4-minute long trailer, that looked great. You know what it did? It reminded me of peak MCU.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it reminded me of.
Thunderbolts makes more than Captain America 4.
You know what?
It could. It really could.
I think so too.
Everyone's more excited about it.
Yeah.
And just because it looks like it's going to be fun and hilarious and action-packed and whatever. I'll just real quick, I think there's also a lot of apprehension about Captain America 4, where they feel like, could this be another kind of blunder, which makes people kind of think like maybe I just don't go see it or I wait.
Well, and listen, and they're trying. They got a couple things working against them. Number one, they're trying to take what was a B-level character, like a sidekick character, and now saying you are Captain America.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't think they should have done that. I don't think they should, like, who else should, no, I don't think Bucky should have become the new Captain America. I don't think Sam should be the new Captain America. I like Bucky as Winter Soldier. I like Sam as Falcon, but whatever. So they've got that working against it. The second thing working against it is now they're taking, it might have been a mistake launching Sam in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Now they're trying to take a TV character and making him a movie thing. So got a few things working against it, but I still think it's going to be great, and I think it's going to be good. But I agree with Ray. I think Thunderbolts, surprisingly, I think it'll make more than Captain America. I still don't think it'll make $1 billion, but I think it'll be bigger.
But in the words of Loki, Captain America we have a Hulk. So
we have a Hulk. Captain
and
America 4 has a Hulk.
That's the scary part about that movie. That could get it over because we've been looking for the mean Hulk. We get it in red form in this one. So,
yeah, I mean, it's so again, I don't think Thunderbolts will be $1 billion film, but I thought it should be in the discussion. All right, the third film, because I got 4 here that I want to list. The third film that I thought was interesting that they left off the list was a movie that just dropped its trailer, Mission Impossible: Final Reckoning. Now, granted, Ray, pull up what Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning underperformed. All right, it did. It underperformed. I don't think it's one of the top 2 like best Mission Impossible movies, but Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning was damn good. How much you make? 570. Now, traditionally, this has been a big money-making franchise. I do think that this one will make more money than the last one did.
7.
And I'm thinking 7 or 8.
Yeah.
I am. I'm thinking 7 or 8. So I think close enough that it should be in the conversation. Again, do I think Mission Impossible Dead or Final Reckoning will make $1 billion? No. But I think it has a better chance than a number of the films that were on the list.
This will bookend the series, right? This is it, right?
We don't know.
Okay,
the trailer looks like it's going to be the final one, but nobody, Tom Cruise, the studio, nobody has said this is the final one.
That's why I feel Wicked 2 has a chance to make more money than Wicked. It's only because it bookends the story. Well, same thing like a Harry Potter.
And if Wicked's really good, it'll bring in more people for the next one.
Into place, yeah.
All right, so the 3 that I got so far: Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, Mission Impossible. The last one, again, is another one that I don't think it's going to make $1 billion. But it's just interesting that's not in the conversation, considering it's going to be the first film of a brand new cinematic universe, Superman. I have said, I actually don't think Superman is going to make a ton of money. It doesn't need to make a ton of money. It just needs to be really good to pave the way for success for future films. There's a lot working against Superman. Everybody had given up on the DC movies. You know, we've already had several cracks at Superman. There's a lot of things working against it. So even if the movie is great, I don't think it's going to be all that successful, and that's okay. Your first one's about building a foundation for success in the future. That's fine. But I still think it's interesting that it's not in the conversation. Right. And I think because you never know. If the movie is as good as we hope it is, if it catches lightning in a bottle, maybe it has a chance. I'm thinking they should celebrate and pop bottles and be super happy over at DC and Warner Brothers if Superman makes $500 million. If they do, they should be happy, but it should at least be in the conversation. 2
head-to-heads for you. Superman, who makes more? Superman, Captain America 4.
Captain America 4.
Also, then you definitely have Fantastic Four making more than Superman.
Yes.
Ooh,
yes, I do.
I think Superman makes more than Captain America 4.
I don't know, man, because Captain America 4, say what you want about it, it's in an established universe with a character that the audience already likes. You've got a number of elements there. This is a first out of the gate, another brand new Superman when everybody in the audience clearly had already given up on the DC movies. And so DC is in what I'm calling a rehabilitation stage. You got to rehabilitate it, gain the trust of the audience back, and then the franchise can make money down the road. But it's going to mean they're going to have to take their licks financially with their first 1 or 2. But I hope you're right.
James Gunn,
I'm excited
man,
for the Superman movie.
I don't bet against James Gunn as in quality of movie. Money, I don't know yet.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about that list? First of all, the list that the article gave us was great job again on the article, and the extra films that I thought should at least be in the conversation. Which ones do you see making $1 billion in 2025? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.